The side quest, the maze, a thing. I'm not saying interesting because it's definitely not been interesting. It's been an event that's had to change quite quickly. Within what was it like a week? I think it was actually less than that. We ended up seeing this, where it was like addressing some pain points and like the maze keys, and there was compensation. It's also had a really strange difficulty curve. And that's the real thing I find a bit weird about this. A side quest that's made challenging but not rewarding for it. A Kindred fight is something else. I even had to do like a video and then had to create something of a breakdown for it. Did we all have a breakdown as well? Yeah, kinda. I mean, it was good that you get to reset and kind of have a go again. Like if you kind of like messed up in the fight, then you were able to kind of reset it. But it's just not been great. There's a lot of factors to it. So what I wanted to do is do a weekend topic video. Hey, it's the weekend. We do topic videos and also interject. No, we don't interject. We involve you from the community. If you've seen on the community tab, I will post from time to time ideas or polls. These will be things that will turn into videos and we look at this. Why? It's community sentiment. It's what you are experiencing and feeling about the game. You might agree with stuff, you might not agree with stuff. But this is the whole thing, what's important about community, and that's why it's the community tab. It is getting the idea from you what's going on, what's going right in the game, what's going wrong. But of course, this particular side quest was not going right. And also, Kabam do use things like this. They see things like this and then kind of understand, look, we shouldn't be doing things like this. We should be doing things that the player base actually want to see. Most times they don't learn, but sometimes they do. God love them. But yeah, you can see right here as we kind of we got how many votes here? We got 3,100 votes. This is massive. I think this is probably the biggest involvement in a long time when it comes to this. I don't know if it's the ever that we've had in. I mean, it might be ever. So look, I asked you the question this week within 4 days. What has been your feeling on the current April side quest? Put more thoughts in the comments. We will be reading those in a minute. 79% said bad, don't like the design of it. 19% said it's been neither good or bad. So just kind of like, you know, just it's been a thing. It's been good, say 3%. But let's have a look what you were all saying and, you know, general kind of like thoughts on the matter. So let's zoom in and have a little bit of a look-see with it. We'll have a look at as many comments as possible. Complicated and that Kindred fight for minimal rewards is just absurd. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was one point I'd kick off the video with. It's overcomplicated. I've had zero motivation. Yeah. Unnecessarily, this is interesting, unnecessarily complicated with mere rewards that aren't really worth the time and think it's hard. Games are supposed to be fun. Kabam is failing at this. I think this is a bit of an odd month. I mean, next month we'll have, I did think this month we'd have incursions. It's next month when we'll see incursions. Agent says entirely too tedious and overcomplicated for underwhelming low level rewards. You have to zigzag all over the game just to entry. I think we've done that enough over the years. It's gotten old and uninspiring. Time to retire those types of quests. I did one level 5 quest and didn't want to do any more. I think that's the general consensus at the moment is, look, I think people would like tedious if the rewards were super spicy. Would that be something like, okay, well, you're going to have to bump up the rewards for Paragon and Valiant? And that's the problem as well. A lot of these rewards seem to be now splitting the deck when it comes to the progression levels of Paragon players and also those that are, Valiant. So that's becoming a real concern. I mean, let's just go over some of the rewards kind of breakdown for it. Look, the difference is Kabam will say, look, you've got Mysterium and it's an extra kind of currency thing. And I think a lot of us in the community would go, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of players that don't care about it. Or, which I think is the big kind of like voice at the moment, is it's not decent enough rewards for all the player base. Like, progression-wise, like a lot of Paragon players they feel very disenfranchised with the reward structure when it comes to stuff. And that's the problem at the moment that I said was going to come. And I said when it happens, you'll know about it. and it's happened, and now we know about it, and it's something that Kabam do that I don't know if it's going to be this month when you see a lot more Valiant players and there's less pressures on Paragon, or kind of like less pressures to kind of get the spicy rewards, but I think it's going to be ever there, that if you become Paragon, that you won't get the 7-star shards that you used to get. And Paragon players used to get them because it was the only titleage. But in any case, I digress. Back to the points from the lovely community and what are people also saying. It's ridiculous. They had 9 years of development experience putting out great content. Then they resort to this lazy design with bad rewards. We should feel rewarded, not penalized for completing BS quests. Very good point. Of course, this is everyone's opinion. The only good thing that I can say about the keys, it gets refunded upon restarting and quitting. That's, I do appreciate that. I really, really like it. That's in a case of, if you make a mistake, at least you can cover your ass by resetting it and having a go to get the one shot, which you didn't get that luxury afforded to you when it came to Winter of Woe. It cost you dearly. Once I discovered you have to jump through hoops just to get into the side quest, I decided not to even bother. And I guess that's the thing. People kind of like, say, I'm a side quest completionist. I will try and get it 100%ed each time. Is that to my detriment? Probably. Should I do it this time? Probably not. I'm gonna have a look back. I think the only thing is, like, am I interested in and this was the thing, this was the incentive. This was what was meant to be the incentive this month. To do the vaults, like to 100% all of the different vaults, you would get, what would you get? A title and a 6-star awakening generic. Now, I got 4. So I have to say to myself, is there any point to me actually bothering to do it? No, I'm not, and again, maybe that comes off a bit disrespectful, but I kind of say that to myself, like, I'm doing this, but do I need to? Like, the only reason that I think I'm doing this is to grab the extra Mysterium. So that's the only reason that I'm doing it. The Mysterium at the Trader's Outpost can get something good. But here's the thing. I'm in that kind of luxury segment that I've got Valiant-based deals to buy. If I didn't have that, I'd probably be like, well, no, I'm not interested. And I guess that's a key thing, isn't it? Like, a lot of players, especially if you're Thronebreaker, Paragon, you're looking for kind of like, again, more incentives, more kind of like decent stuff, and lower progression as well. But that's the other thing as well. And that's something Kabam needs to look into. Like, what can we dangle the carrot with for people to want to go and grab it? Is the juice worth the squeeze? Yeah. Is the squeeze worth the whatever it is? Is the juice worth the squeeze? And at the end of the day, it's not the case, is it? Like, a lot of players are going, nah, I ain't doing it. I'd like to see the interest with it. I think it's looking like, from what I'm reading right here, like the Kindred, the Kindred kind of like fight was the big killer for it. I like the Trader Store for the fully formed Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha. But that's the thing, isn't it? And that's the great thing. And that's why I'm personally like really happy about it. But I'm a Valiant player, so I've got a bit of like a bias to it. But I do see what you guys and gals are saying when it comes to like, look, could a different type of side quest be better? Have the reward structures got to change? That's going to have to be a big kind of question. And as well, like, what gains can players get nowadays? If you're a new player to the game, how quick can you get those gains from these side quests? Should these side quests bump up stuff? Is it a better opportunity? Should it be a better opportunity? There's also questions that have got to be had about, new player retention. Do new players look at this and go, do you know what? If this game is going to go in this direction, it ain't for me. But there you go. That's the key thing. Okay, yeah, a few people I've seen this. I hate the do this, get to this, go to there, do this so you can do this. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Evolution. Is it time to say, well, should we have something new? Like a new type of quick progression side quest. So, I tell you what, a bit out there, I would have preferred the Paragon Gauntlet or progression-based gauntlets to be the side quest, And I know Kabam was like, well, you know, you've got, if you, blah, 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 we got content, like, we want you to do like this and have lots of content to do. And look, again, I think the player base get it, but you've got other things in game at the moment. Like, you have to, like, you feel like you have to do Battlegrounds, do incursions, doing different types of content. So is it time to, like, say goodbye to the side quests on a monthly basis? Would that free up more time for Kabam to, like, develop new modes, or would it free up Kabam more time to I don't know, create some different type of event quest content or monthly based content or something else? Like, maybe ramp up the story mode, take what they're doing with that instead, kind of like do story mode on a quicker progression, possibly. But then you've got to find something for lower progression players to do. So look, that's down for Kabam, isn't it, to kind of like get a full kind of idea of how the player base is working. Anyway, they make those fights like Kindred and Lady D so hard it makes me think like I was fighting them for some juicy rewards, but nope, all you get is from it. Yeah, okay. As a Thronebreaker player, this is interesting. That does level 5. I don't enjoy side quests that have a star for 5-star for rewards. It means I get lesser value rewards compared to the events that give rewards on the paths. That's a good point, isn't it? That people may have been doing the paths and lower progressions and looking to get some kind of gains, but kind of feel like, well, I've got a little bit of it, but I've not got like a load of it. Like, I can get a little bit of 7-star shards by doing this or that, but trying to get there is, well, I guess it gives some interest to them, but yeah. I've been doing free-to-play account for my main. I've been slowly chipping away 100%. That's not the question, but well done. Kabam, what happened to quests like Mutant Treasure Island? Yeah, I like that. That was really cool. I thought one stage we were going to see a sequel to that return. Don't know. Why can't they make a fun and simple side quest? Everything else is hard. Give us a break. Yeah, nice. I'll stick to Act 8 exploring. Yeah, I should do that. That's my plan for the weekend. But yeah, I played it once. The first week wasn't hard or overcomplicated, at least not more than previous ones, but the reward system with the trading store is BS. Wasn't good rewards by playing hardest difficulty. They where it was always was not behind the store, that behind on the title. Yeah, I'm not pushing for titles just to get screwed when I release a new title. That's the perpetual. That's a very good point by Haijo Saint, because look, you're always fighting it. This is sadly, hey, this is mobile games. You're always fighting a losing battle when it comes to the stuff, when it's progression and stuff like that. I recently got back into playing some other games, and I haven't played for about 2 and a bit years as full on for a project that I'm working on. And I'm definitely finding that you can make gains, but people have made further gains in that time frame. So people have technically gone up progressions. But in any case, it was really interesting reading a lot of your sentiment towards this, and I really hope Kabam take it seriously when it comes to like the type of things. And I think here's the thing, right? Here's the takeaway. Kabam tried something and it didn't work. Do I think Kabam should continue trying things? Yes, they should. But should they really look at the recipe for success from the past to then take forward and then, innovate? Yes, they should. And look back. Look at what has been retention, what people have played. Look at your numbers. Look at the data. Look at player interest. Players have been active. They enjoyed this. They resonated well with this. Those particular things. But anyway, what's your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everybody who got involved with that poll. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.